You're still the most vicious little tyrant in the village. Grabbing food from anyone's home you can, but never giving a single penny. So when his wealthy brother came to take him home, the villagers immediately surrounded him. This young master, Qin Ming, grew up eating food from everyone. Now he owes us a ton of money. If you want to take him, pay up. The wealthy brother glanced at the village chief dismissively. Such a broken down place. How much can he possibly owe? The village chief wasn't angry. He just smiled kindly and pushed up his reading glasses. He took out a notebook from his pocket. Regarding the expenses of the previous 12 years, it's not much so far. He only ate 10 pigs, 5 cows, 350 sheep, 1,250 chickens, 1,860 ducks, 520 geese, aside from eating them. In addition, it bit 128 dogs in the village. Each dog needs 5 rabies shots, which cost 1,950 yuan. Injured 324 people. Among them, 51 people were bitten twice or more. And he usually doesn't cook, so he goes to whoever's house to eat. He doesn't wash his clothes, so he goes to whoever's house to take them off. Seeing that the village chief was about to continue, the man, whose face was getting darker and darker, made a gesture to pause him. No need to read on. Is 100,000 yuan enough for each household? This village isn't big. There are only 60-some households. Less than 10 million will solve the problem. Half an hour later, Qin Ming was already in the car. The boy glanced at him and said arrogantly, "You're quite a troublemaker. You've caused so much trouble. Do you know how much it costs to pick you up? But it doesn't matter. The Qin family has plenty of money. And I'll tell you something else. In all the years you've been gone, Jiao Jiao has been keeping Mom company. Mom can't live without Jiao Jiao now. The family spoils her, too. When you get back, know your place. Don't make Jiao Jiao angry. Don't bully Jiao Jiao. Otherwise, we won't be nice to you. The family has many rules. Why do you love it? That can't be bitten." Qin Lingdong touches and looks around. He's curious about everything. "What are you doing? Don't bite my car. I just bought it, don't bite it. You're such a dog. Qin Ming, are my eyes deceiving me? Is this gold? You're a little extravagant. Look at you, so unworldly. Even the wires at home are gold. Using gold for the handrail. That's several notches down." Qin Ling pouted. "Let them eat cake, huh? What do you mean? It's nothing." The man was speechless. "You'll get yours when we get home. You can only talk tough now." Qin Ling felt the tooth mark on the handrail. "Too bad I couldn't bite it off." The man impatiently kicked the seat in front of him. "Drive. I don't want to sit with him at all. Look at his greedy face. Jiao Jiao has never been like him." Qin Ming tilted his head and asked, "Are you saying I'm greedy? Otherwise, who else could it be but you? You have to be self-aware. You don't want to sit with me." After getting an affirmative answer from the man, Qin Ming sighed with regret. "Since that's the case, I'll grant your wish." As soon as he said that, Qin Ming had the driver stop the car and opened the trunk. The driver was stunned and looked at his boss. Qin Ming pointed outside and said, "Get out." The man hasn't reacted to what you said. "I'm telling you to get out. Are you deaf? Why should I? This is my car. What did you come here for? Weren't you coming to pick me up? Now you don't want to sit with me. I have a kind heart. I came up with such a foolproof plan. I'm doing this all for your own good." The man didn't budge. "You go, I'm not going." Qin Ling decisively made his move. The unconscious man was stuffed into the trunk by him. After witnessing everything, Sai Ji became very respectful. "Miss, do we continue on our way now?" Qin Ling glanced at the man before issuing the order. "Let's get going." "Yes, miss, please hold on tight." "Driver, tell me about the Qin family." The driver quickly replied. "The Qin family is one of the top families in the holy city. You have 5 older brothers. Qin Yuan, Qin Qin San, Qin Sai, respectively. The 5th is the one in the trunk. Qin Wu and Qin Jiang are old demons. Da Xiao and Jian Ning are 2 hours apart. What are their professions? Da Xiao and Jian Ning's eldest brother is a CEO. The second brother is a genius doctor. The third brother is an invincible lawyer. The fourth brother is an abstinent professor. The fifth brother is a hip-hop singer. Miss is still in school. She's a sophomore." Qin Ling was speechless after hearing the introduction. Wait. Whose bodyguard is this with so many prefixes? It's a bit awkward. They are from their own family. Shameless. Qin Ling cursed. "Miss, should I continue?" "That's all for the introduction. Let me have some peace. Slaughtered the pig yesterday, disciplined today. I was almost worked to death. Oh, right, I want to listen to North Suburb. Turn up the volume for me. I am a person of taste." "Yes, miss. By the way, can I borrow your phone? My phone is dead." The co-pilot handed him the phone with both hands. Qin Ming took it and said thank you. Then he directly dialed the village chief's phone. According to Qin Ming's request, 2 million was transferred to his account as his living expenses, and the rest will be split among the villagers. The two bodyguards watched his actions. Utterly shocked, Qin Ming turned on his phone. Seeing the balance on his phone, he felt a surge of security. Only money can make him feel secure. He twitched the corners of his mouth. Looking up, he saw in the rearview mirror the expressions of the two bodyguards. Is there a problem? The two of them are desperate to survive. They are shaking their heads like rattles. They say no in unison. Qin Ming is very satisfied. That's how it should be. Tell me about this story of Jiao Jiao. But then Qin Ming suddenly hears someone crying. His voice is cold, and he asks without a trace of emotion, where is the crying coming from? Qin Wu peeks out of the trunk. Her crying is trembling. It's me, can you change the song? Qin Ming shakes his head. This song is so good. Can't it evoke your empathy? Ah, fate. Qin Wu wails after listening. Why this is tormenting me? Well, maybe it's too much empathy from the two bodyguards, especially the one who doubles as the driver. He's crying without knowing where his feelings come from. He slowly turned his head and said, Young Master Wu, what's the point of living, do you think? Qin Ming thoughtfully said, I think it's quite interesting. You find it meaningless because you're in the wrong profession. As the saying goes, a woman fears entering the wrong profession. A man fears marrying the wrong woman. A nearby staff member weakly reminds you that you said it backwards. It's a man fears entering the wrong profession. A woman fears marrying the wrong man. Qinling turns her head and slaps him. What I said is right. Just listen. The driver looks confused. Miss, who do you think I should marry? No, no. What job should I do? The orderly suddenly looks like he wants to die. He doesn't want to listen to these idiots chatting. But Qinling takes out her phone for my 50. The bodyguard transferred 100 without hesitation. Qinling received the transfer. She immediately took out her backpack from behind. What are your names? Introduce yourselves. Fu Chuan, Lian. Qinling took out a notebook from her backpack. The inner pocket is almost falling off. Open it to a page I created. Are you interested in joining? As long as you join us, you will be a founding member. In my organization, besides the basic salary and commission, there are also annual dividends, plus 2% of the shares per person. You won't lose out, you won't be fooled. As Qin Ming spoke eloquently, Qin Wu burst out laughing. He had never heard a butcher talk about shares. That fut sound made Qinling discover a loophole. Qin Wu was actually still awake. Luckily, it didn't involve core content. This thing is still joking. When attending his funeral, I will sing Today is a Good Day. Anyway, the time is coming. Looking at Qin Ming's weird smile, and the cruel, bloodthirsty light in his eyes, hearing Qin Ming talk about his death again, Qin Wu suddenly felt a warm flow between his legs. And then he fainted. I went to save him, and he peed. You two, deal with this quickly. Throw him in the trunk. Lian, pull over. Work with Jiu Chuan. One clean the backseat. One clean him up. They both have one thought now. To cling tightly to Miss Qin's coattails. That's the only way to save their own lives. The last 15 minutes of the month, Qin Ming was invited into the car. Then Lian sped all the way. And right as dinner began, they successfully arrived at the Qin family manor. Qin Ming woke up the person in the trunk. Qin Wu scrambled back to his room. And he reminded Qin Ming that this was the Qin family. He should fend for himself. He didn't want to be with Qin Ming, because he discovered a major secret. He could hear Qin Ming's thoughts. This Qin Ming was actually cursing him to die. He's a devil. He's moving out tomorrow. Even though Lian and Jiu Chuan took him to the restaurant, Qin Ming felt very upset. There wasn't a welcoming ceremony like in the novels. There was no joy of finding his biological daughter. There wasn't even the most basic respect for him. It's like he's an insignificant person. A 15-meter table. He sits at the end. Love was a poor thing to begin with, and it's even more so now. And at the head of the table, looking solemn, is his own father. Kiss. He sees that it's really not appropriate for you to be sitting at the end of the table. After all, you're his own flesh and blood. I'll need him later. Can't let him lose heart on his first day. Then he got up and pulled him to sit next to him. Why are you analyzing my expression during a kiss? I'm not a document. There's no need to look at it so closely, right? Can't you tell it's your kid? We have an 80% overlap rate. Qin Wen didn't speak, but the micro-expressions on his face have already betrayed him. He can actually hear Qin Ming's inner thoughts. This should be her inner thoughts, right? What are you looking at? If you keep looking, you still won't love me. You'd rather love someone who has nothing to do with you. Qing Jiao is such an idiot. You let a little girl trick you into giving her the company. In the end, you died homeless and miserable in a foreign country. while Qin Jiao and that bastard from the Z family lived happily together, living a happy life with his biological parents. You're such a sucker. Qin Wen no longer had the mind to be afraid. Qin Ming is baffled. He just wants to know if all this is real. Isn't Qin Jiao an orphan? How come he has parents? Qin Ning then looked to the side. The one with a face full of disgust should be his biological mother, Bai Jiruo. The lipstick on that mouth. Anyone who didn't know better would think she just ate a kid. What's with the bright red lips? Is she cosplaying a woman in red? Don't worry, after Qin Jiao gets you killed, you can be the woman in red. Bai Jiruo originally felt that her husband was too enthusiastic towards Qin Ming. But now, seeing her husband's appearance, thinking back to what happened at the temple today, the more I think about it, the stranger Qin Ming seems. I can see disdain in Qin Ming's eyes. It just so happens that he doesn't particularly like this biological mother. Instead, he turns directly to Qin Jiao, who is sitting across from him. At this point, Bai Jiruo finally couldn't hold back. What kind of talk is that? You don't even greet people when you come in. Is that how you were raised? Qin Ming leaned back carelessly. Sorry, I was born, but not raised. What kind of upbringing should I have? Bai Jiruo was furious. Owen, listen to what he's saying. I'm his mother. He has no manners with me. Qin Ming, Blair, you think I'm crazy. I've heard this kind of talk since I was a kid. What kind of mother would be so fierce to her child? Sis, this is Mom. Mom's been waiting here early in the morning to see you. Qin Ming glanced at him. Who are you, acting like a butler? I'm not one of the Qin family's fools. This trick doesn't work on me. Bai Jiruo slapped the table, her expression distorted. If it wasn't to give the Z family an explanation, he wouldn't want to bring back a country bumpkin. But to teach him a lesson, he restrained his anger. Qin Ming, don't be stubborn. There's a reason I asked you here today. Come and meet your mother-in-law. What the hell? What have I been saying for 17 years? With the Qin family's power, it shouldn't be hard to find someone, right? Why didn't you look sooner? Now you have something, you come to me. Don't you think you're a little shameless? Sister, this is real. It's not Mom and Dad's fault. They really looked. If they hadn't been searching all along, they wouldn't have found you now. Please clean out your ears. Stop making excuses. You took me back just so I could marry in your place. When your fiancé was doing well, why didn't you ask me to marry him then? Now that he's in a car accident and in a coma, you want me to marry him. So, you think I'm an idiot. Qin Jiao, your abacus beads hit my face. Shameless. Qin Jiao's eyes immediately welled up with tears. Seeing her precious daughter like this, Bai Jiruo couldn't care less about the big picture. Pointing at Qing Ni. Look at you, you came back and bullied Jiao Jiao like this. Why did I ever agree to let you come home? I'm not discussing this with you today. Nor do I need your opinion. I'm just informing you. A rich man sitting next to Bai Jiruo gave him an arrogant look. So you're Qin Ming's sharp-tongued sister-in-law. Do you think he's suitable for the Z family? The Z family is a family of scholars. Qin Ning, can you read? Recite the jewelry names, let me hear. Qin Ning was stunned. What channel the hell did he stumble into? Performance talent. Just because your second aunt tells you to recite, you recite. Qin Ning scratched his arm, his fists were getting itchy. Did they come to see a monkey? But he really knows how to clear his throat. At the beginning of man, his nature is good. Natures are alike, habits separate them. Dogs don't bark, but you would woof woof woof. Qin Ming, shut up. Can't you learn something? Bai Jiruo roared with displeasure. Can't. The old master said, to learn without thinking is labor lost. It's always fun not to learn. Bai Jiruo clutched her chest. What kind of thing did I find? Can't you learn from your sister? Can't you be more sensible? Qin Ming snorted arrogantly. Learn to be a cuckoo. Or learn to be ungrateful. I am who I am. A different kind of firework. Why should I imitate him? Mom, Jiao's eyes are red. It seems like my sister doesn't like me very much. Bai Jiruo gets up and raises her arms. If I don't teach you a lesson today, you won't know what manners are. At this moment, Qin Wen spoke up. Jiruo, if you follow Xiao Xiao's lead. Qin Ming, listen to me. The Qin family and the Z family have an engagement. As a daughter of the Qin family, now you have to take on your responsibilities. Let's settle this matter today. Bai Jiruo hurriedly echoed. Yes, yes, let's decide it today. We'll send him to the Z family tomorrow to avoid any complications. The family clinked glasses, happily deciding Qin Ming's fate, completely disregarding Qin Ming, who was enjoying his meal. Qin Ming was full, stretched his back, and prepared to start working. The reason he's willing to return to the Qin family is he has 3 small goals. First, to make some money, enough to travel around the world. Second, to fall in love. To fall in love a lot. With all kinds of people. Third, to slap the faces of this family. For the sake of the cowardly original owner. For our Kinming, he transmigrated into a book. But right now, he still has to solve a tricky problem. Which means he can't stand up for his family. So she drew a butcher knife from her waist. And put it on Qin Jiao's neck. You tell me, who should marry him? Where had Qin Jiao ever seen such a threat? She was so scared she almost peed herself. Crying with tears in her eyes, Mom and Dad, save me. Sister is going to kill me. Qin Wen and Bai Jiro quickly got up. Qin Ming, don't be impulsive. You are not allowed to hurt Jiao Jiao. Damn it, his heart is really biased all the way to the Pacific Ocean. Look at how flustered you two are. If you knew that you would be killed by this woman in the future, will you regret doting on him so much all these years? Xing Wenzheng looked at Qin Ming directly. There was some pity in his words. At this moment, Qin Jiao was already tearful. Sister, calm down. It's okay if I get a little hurt. But don't do anything illegal or criminal. You're still young after all. The good days are yet to come. Jiao Jiao, what time is it? You're still thinking about him. Qin Ming, let go of my daughter. Qin Ming sneered, is he your own? I just think he is my own. I order you to let him go. I'm only giving you this one chance. Otherwise, I'll call the police. It was probably Bai Jiro's stupidity that provoked Qin Ming into leaving. A long wound on Qin Jiao's neck. Ultimately, Qin Ling was locked up in the family shrine. He couldn't fight against so many people. Damn it, Qin Wen is so underhanded. He actually called for backup. Right at that critical moment, he picked up a stool and smashed his own father's head, broke his own mother's ribs, slit Qin Jiao's throat, and cursed the two so-called aunts. He admits it was a little violent, but he doesn't feel any burden. At this moment, he is sleeping soundly on the ancestral hall's offering table, and ancestral tablets were scattered on the ground. But as he was falling asleep, he realized that the altar, 1.5 meters long, couldn't accommodate his 1.63 meter long legs. So he got up, stretched, and went straight to the wooden door of the ancestral hall. 2 kicks and 2 chops, and a panel of the ancestral hall door was gone. Qin Ling put the wooden door on the ground. He used the cushion as a pillow. As soon as he lay down, he found it was perfect. Finally, his long legs didn't have to search everywhere. But he still felt the ancestral hall was a bit cold. There was no air conditioning or heating. So when he looked at the tablets on the ground, his smile grew wider and wider. As the saying goes, a single spark can start a prairie fire. I just didn't expect a single ranked game could lead to such a big deal. That night, the fire alarm of the Qin family resounded through the clouds. At the same time, at Qin Jiao's bedside, Bai Jiro was still complaining to Qin Sai, who had arrived, about Qin Ling's crimes, right? Qin Jiao naturally read the situation. She fooled Qin Wen's family into believing Qin Ming was a malicious person. Outside the ancestral hall, Qin Ming gnawed on a pig's trotter, watching the raging fire. He couldn't help but feel emotional about how big the Qin family was. And I can actually be schemed against by a nanny. Qin Jiao's real mother is really capable. The Qin family's ancestors should thank me. I'm burning down the ancestral hall now. The Qin family will move you all. Otherwise, when the Qin family dies out, there will be no one to worship you. Before Qin Ming could finish his thoughts, a cold voice suddenly came from his ear. You burned the ancestral hall like this, and you still have the nerve to stand here. Who the hell is this? He's so arrogant. Wearing gold-rimmed glasses, acting tough and talking big. Isn't that young Master Qingxi? I remember when you died. These gold-rimmed glasses were stuck into your eyeballs. Bai Jiruo, who arrived later, didn't give Qin Ling a kind look either. How can he have the nerve? He's simply shameless. He caused such a big trouble on his first day here. Here we go again. She's the typical big-breasted bimbo. She deserves to die. Mom, fourth brother. Don't say that. Sister didn't mean to. Xing Jiao quickly and softly advised. Cha speaks so gently. Every word is a knife. Every knife stabs the heart. Jiao Jiao, you don't need to plead for him. This matter started because of him. He should take responsibility. Qin Sai looked at Foggin's glasses with disgust. Qin Ming continued to gnaw on his pig's trotters without speaking. But in his heart, he was thinking, keep pretending, just keep pretending. I'll just wait 2 years. Once you're all dead, I'll be the sole legal heir. Seeing that Qin Ming didn't react at all, Bai Jiro roared, unless you agree to my demands, you'll have to bear this matter yourself. Qin Jiao shook Bai Jiro's arm. Mom, you scared my sister. Qin Ming continued to complain wildly in his heart. You did scare me. Qin Jiao, you're too good. No wonder you were able to destroy Qin Jia. When Qin Ming finished the last bite of pig's trotter, his hands were sticky. Ran straight to Bai Jiro, grabbed his haute couture clothes with both hands, bumped her butt, knocked Qin Jiao aside, then hugged Bai Jiruo and cried in pain. My dear mother, you don't know how dangerous it was just now. That fire was burning so fast. I don't know what kind of wood the ancestral hall was made of. It's actually flammable and explosive. I was rolling and crawling, and almost didn't make it to your house. This fabric is nice. It's pretty good for wiping hands. It's good for wiping tears too. Bai Jiruo watched. Snot and tears all flowed onto his clothes. But if Qin catches you, you can't escape. You can only cry with him. Qin Jiao looked at Bai Jiruo. She actually started crying because she felt sorry for Qin. He was furious. He could only use crying to attract Bai Jiruo's attention. Qin looked at his 3 crying colleagues with impatience. Shut up. The ancestral hall hasn't been saved yet. What are you crying about? Qin Sai's last bit of patience was used up. Qin, how dare you cry? Would the ancestral hall be like this if it weren't for you? Qin let go of Bai Jiruo and rolled up his sleeves. Qin Sai, were you a gossip in your last life? Why are you so talkative? Qin Sai watched him walk towards her, not taking it seriously. The look of disgust on his face is even more obvious. Stay away from me. You're so dirty. I don't acknowledge you as my sister. Don't rush to call me brother. Only Jiao Jiao can. You're not qualified. Also, hurry up and get lost. Don't stay in our house and refuse to leave. Qin leaped twice and kicked. Taking advantage of his 4 islands flying kick, he slapped him twice on the left and right cheeks. It was as if his cheeks turned red and stiff. He stiffly fell. Son. 4th brother. Bai Jiruo and Qin Jiao ran over screaming. Qin stretched his muscles. He spat. The 2nd and 3rd lieutenants, who had been watching from the sidelines, were dumbfounded and retreated in fear. They retreated in fear. They regretted their previous poor attitude towards Qin and even started to flatter him. Qin, your kung fu is really amazing. Qin tilted her head up 45 degrees and wiped her nose with her thumb. Her tone was full of pride. SOSO. World 3rd. I never brag, but, I just think taking action to kill them is more cost-effective. What the hell are conspiracies? They are just paper tigers in the face of strength. Bai Jiruo looked at her fallen son. And duly gloating. She gritted her teeth and said, Qin, you are heartless. You can't tell who is close and who is distant. You're inhuman. Qin spat and said, Bai Jiruo, are you scolding yourself? I can't tell who is close and who is distant. I only know who was with that daughter, who they had no blood relation to, when the fire broke out. From the moment I walked in, you scowled at me and spoke harshly. Am I not worthy of being human? Or are you simply not human at all? Otherwise, why do you not do anything human? Bai Jiruo, I look down on you. Serves you right for being killed by a lover. You deserve to die. How does it feel to be killed by the bastard you've doted on for 17 years? I'll wait and see. Chu Shi and Nan Nian heard Qinling's inner thoughts. And look at the way they look like they want to strangle Qin. Wait, why can't Bai Jiruo and the others hear it? The 2 philosophers couldn't figure it out. I was about to ask, when a group of people swarmed in. Leading them was the head of the Qin family, the 66-year-old Qin Sheng. Bai Jiruo seized the opportunity to complain, punish him as you see fit. I will never protect him. Not only did he burn down the ancestral hall, he also injured Asai and Jiao Jiao. And he injured 5th brother this morning. Master Qin glanced at his eldest son and waved to Qin. Good child, come here. Chu Shi walked to him and whispered, Ning. Don't be afraid, your grandpa looks serious. But he's actually fair-minded. Don't worry. If the old man punishes you later, your 3rd aunt and I will plead for you. After speaking, she winked at Nian. Nian, don't worry. Don't be afraid, okay? Qin is fearless. He's just a little old man. If they want to make a move, he can only capture the king to capture the thieves first. Qin Sheng looks at this girl Qin and sees she's calm. A good girl who doesn't change her expression. Aren't you afraid at all? As he spoke, he slapped her on the shoulder. You old man. I am a fragile girl. Can you be gentler, Grandpa Ming? Qin Sheng was stunned. He looked at Qin with a grievance. He laughed and said, tell me, why did the ancestral hall catch fire? Qin sighed, old man. Would you believe me if I said it burned itself? You only care about enjoying yourselves every day. The dust in the ancestral hall is very thick. And then the ancestors got angry. Wu Sangui got angry for a beauty. Our Qin family's ancestors burned the ancestral hall in anger because of you. Bullshit, you burned it. Dad, Qin has been uneducated since he was a child. He came here to bring disaster to the Qin family. Look at your son, your grandson. And Jiao Jiao, they were all beaten by him. Yo, I think I hit you too lightly. Still calling out tenderly. You'll regret it when you die at his hands. Qin Sheng glanced at him, is it? Bai Jiruo is jealous. There's surveillance everywhere in the house, you can check it out. Qin Sheng looked at Qin Ming. Is what your mother said true? Qin Ming admitted it was true. But it is the father's fault if the old man doesn't teach. You are also responsible. You didn't educate your son and let me get lost. Then my father didn't educate me. So I grew up crooked. Over the years, no one has ever dared to talk to him like that. Qin Sheng laughed. Girl, you are very interesting. You're quite interesting, too. Such a smart old man had an idiot for a son. And he killed the whole family. Qin Sheng was slightly surprised. But after living for decades, what storms haven't I seen? This girl is indeed worth exploring. The idiot she's talking about must be the eldest. Looking at it that way, he really is a fool. Ignoring his own daughter. And spoiling an adopted daughter rotten. Thinking of this, the love saint said, Girl, come with me. Old man, I don't want to go to your place to eat. There's always something added to your food. Although one meal is no problem. What if I eat several meals? You won't even know how you died. Qin Sheng is starting to panic now. He stares intently at Qin Ling. Although he's over 60. To be honest, he hasn't lived enough. He doesn't want to die yet. Qin Ling doesn't know why. The old man is looking at him like that. If I didn't know I was this old man's granddaughter, I'd think he was a pervert. Seeing his granddaughter was a little scared. Qin Sheng realized he had lost his composure. He pretended to cough a few times to ease the awkwardness. That girl, Grandpa, is not a pervert. Grandpa just feels guilty. Your incompetent father keeps saying he's looking for you. And the cost of finding you every year is as high as 1 billion. What? Why so much? Am I that hard to find? Dad, tell me, how did you find me? It's been 17 years, how much has it cost? Even a carpet search would have found me. Dad, did you even look for me at all? Qin Wen became a little nervous hearing this. Qin Ling, we did look for it. Every expense is recorded. Look at my name, you old man. I'm going to report him for pocketing all the money. He didn't give me a cent. Qin Sheng's face turned grim as he listened. He thought if he had brought Ning Ning earlier, perhaps his wife wouldn't have had the accident. Then he opened his mouth and said to Qin Wen, It's been a long time since we father and son talked, hasn't it? Spit out all that money for me. Establish a separate account. And then give it to Ning Ning. Grandpa is the best. Grandpa is so generous. Grandpa, don't worry. I will definitely not let the poison kill you. Qin Sheng was very comforted. He bypassed Qin Wen and the others and pulled Qin Ming away. Seeing that Qin Ming was not only not punished, but also attracted Grandpa's attention. Qin Jiao was so angry she almost gritted her teeth. But with so many people present, she could only suppress her anger. Mom, that's great. My sister won't be punished. I knew Grandpa valued reputation. And he definitely wouldn't punish sis. I'm so happy. Mom, smile, don't be like this. Baijiruo really couldn't smile. The old man has never looked up to her. So he doesn't even believe what she says. Now, as soon as he hears his daughter say, the old man had no intention of punishing Qin Ming at all. He was even more angry. Especially seeing Qin Ming walking side by side with the old man. His eyes seemed to say he would immediately poison Qin Ming if he could. Qin Jiao was very pleased. As long as Mom continues to hate Qin Ming, that's fine. Qin Ming still wants to please Grandpa. What's wrong with pleasing Grandpa? We are all dying soon. Half an hour later, a large group of people arrived at the old master's lover's yard. Qin Ming glanced at the pavilion, waterfalls and rockeries. In the Liangting pond, there were also some small, fat fish, swimming around and getting fat. The old man really knows how to enjoy himself. Those fish would be great grilled. This turtle should be very nourishing. Is this gold? Is it worth a lot? Qin Sheng's face darkened when he heard this. Looking at the fearless little girl. One moment he's catching fish with his bare hands. The next he's fishing for turtles with his feet. One moment he's hugging the screen wall. He's starting to regret bringing him back. Qin Sheng directly ordered people to drag him over. Qin Ming just wouldn't come. He howled, I want gold. I want gold. No one can stop me. Qin Sheng started to feel sorry for him. What kind of life did this child live before? These kids in the family don't like gold at all. Don't worry, child. However much you want, Grandpa will give it to you. Just listen to me. Qin Ling instantly stopped crying when she heard this. Old man, you have to keep your word. Qin Sheng smiled, looking at his granddaughter's money-grubbing appearance. I keep my word. How much do you want? And the money you spent finding me. You have to pay me back. Qin Ling said, glancing at her biological father. That money is mine. Qin Wen is shameless. Spending all that money. Qin Jiao is even more shameless. The most money spent was all to find me. Spending the Qin family's money while eyeing the Qin family's fortune. Plotting against the Qin family's lives. You have quite the ambition. Even bigger than mine. Qin Sheng glanced at Qin Jiao almost imperceptibly. He waved his hand. The man beside him immediately lowered his head. He whispered a few words to the man. The man nodded. At this moment, Qin Ming touched the backpack behind him. And then unzipped it. He took out a snakeskin bag from it. Old man, help me fill it up. Qin Sheng looked at his snakeskin bag. This can hold at least 200 pounds. Girl, you have quite the appetite. Old man, how do you know I can eat a lot? Qin Ming asked innocently. Okay. Fuan, pack it up for our young lady. The man behind him walked over. Yes, Grandpa. Then he picked up the snakeskin bag on the ground. Miss, would you like to come with me and take a look at Grandpa's little treasure trove? Qin Sheng pouted. Fuan and I felt. After Fuan left, Qin Wen stepped forward. Dad, you shouldn't spoil her so much. She'll become lawless. Don't avoid the issue so much. In the past 17 years, the special funds I allocated to you. Make arrangements to give it all to Ningning. Bai Jiruo could hardly believe it, Dad. There's no need to give him so much money. How much do you spend on yourself in a year? How much did you spend on Qin Jiao? Is over 100 for Ningning a lot? Isn't he flesh of your flesh? But at this time, Qin Jiao had a smile on her lips. If you look closely at his smiling eyes, you'll see a hint of smugness. But mostly, it's genuine. He shook Bai Jiruo's arm. Mom. Sister has suffered so much outside. Grandpa was right. This money should go to sister. The reason I say this, because he thinks Qinling is just brainless. He can't hold on to that money. When Qinling heard how generous Grandpa was, she pinched her thigh and it hurt. By the time she looked up, her big eyes were filled with tears. Grandpa's voice was melodious. It's so cheesy. It gave everyone in the room goosebumps. The romantic quickly stopped him. Okay. Just tell her she doesn't need to cry. I'm using all the tricks of a lover here. If she cries, your idiotic eldest son's family will satisfy his every need. Looks like this is useful. The old man immediately agreed when I cried. I should use that more often in the future. Qin Sheng sighed. You really don't have to do that. It's just that this girl's crying is too creepy. People who didn't know might think this place was haunted. Qin Ming cleared his throat. Grandpa. Since she has nowhere to live, have Dad arrange it. Since she has no car, have Dad arrange it. She doesn't have clothes, shoes, bags, or jewelry. Have your dad arrange it. She wants your dad to arrange it. Qin Wenting's head is about to explode. He immediately yells, Dad. I'm your son. Not a turtle in a wishing well. Qin Ming successfully made her parents furious. I also figured out my grandfather's temperament. Tonight's harvest was indeed considerable. I pocketed the gold in the Yunnan snake skin bag. Only then did I leave Qin Sheng's courtyard, completely satisfied. At this moment, Qin Jiao was in the room, brainwashing Bai Jiruo. Mother and daughter were enjoying a warm moment. Qin Ming came carrying 200 jin of gold. I wonder how he managed with his 90 jin weight. How did he manage to endure it? Even a master of seduction would fear he'd be flattened. But he's not only able to walk normally, he's even jogging along. Bai Jiruo's gentle face instantly changed color. What are you doing here? Look at what you said. I came here to sleep, damn it. Where's my dad? My real dad. Get me a room now. Otherwise, I'm sleeping between you two tonight. Qin Wen, following behind him, looked helpless. He was truly at his wit's end. What in the world is this? He's impossible to deal with. All right, stop shouting. You can choose any room on the first floor. Qin Ming turned to look at Qin Wen, then turned around, pretending to leave. The first floor is for servants. Say that again, please. You want a young lady like me to live on the first floor. And that fake lives in the sunroom on the 10th floor. Is there any justice in this world? All right, since I'm unloved, I'll find myself new parents. Second uncle and aunt, wait for me. I'll be your daughter. Qin Wen reached out to stop her. Okay, pick whoever you want. That's more like it. I am the young lady. Your courtyard has 16 floors. And they put me on the first floor. They don't value me at all. In that case, you can all die. I won't save you then. Qin Wen immediately became unhappy. Why does this child keep cursing them to die? Seeing his face change, Qin Jiao was very happy, easily pulling Qin Ming and introducing her to the floors. Wherever you want to live, we will arrange it for you. He said it very sincerely, more sincere than the truth. Qin Ming almost believed him. Qin Ming lowered her eyes and thought for a second, thinking that Qin Wu would soon finish filming as well. Speaking of me living on the 11th floor, after all, fifth brother picked me up. I have a better impression of him. Qin Wen looks solemn. Could something really happen to fifth brother? Qin Wu on the side is a little anxious. He's really scared. No, I don't have a very good impression of you. Qin Wen breathes a sigh of relief. Bai Jiro also breathed a sigh of relief. Qin Jiao smiled sweetly, but she wasn't happy at all inside. He was about to attack Qin Wu. Why did Qin Ling choose to be on the same floor as him? Qin Ling didn't even glance at them. He pulled another small drone from his backpack. A stranger might think he was a teacher. This is my secret weapon for managing Zukun. Otherwise, my voice would be ruined. He cleared his throat twice. Wei. Jiyu Chuan and Lian, please come to the first floor to find me after hearing the broadcast. It'll only take 2 minutes. Jiyu Chuan and Lian appeared before him. Miss, please give me your instructions. Take some people to the 11th floor and prepare a bedroom. Remember, I want one facing the sun. Yes, miss. The two of them accepted the order and took people upstairs. Xingjiao hesitated. Sister, those are Fifth Brother's bodyguards. I know, now they are mine. Everything in this house is mine, including the two of them. Qin Ming said directly to Qin Wen and Bai Jiro. Bai Jiro rolled her eyes. I'm not yours. Qin Ming sighed sadly and looked at Qin Wen. Okay. Dad, find me another mom. This one isn't very friendly to me. Qin Wen was amused. What kind of mother does Ming Ming want? Gentle and generous. Dignified, beautiful, energetic, youthful and bright. Anyway, not this father in front of me. It mainly depends on your ability. Okay. Then Dad will find you another one. Bai Jiro was exasperated. Qin Wen, what nonsense are you talking about? Qin Ming, can you shut up? No, you're not my biological mother. Why would I listen to you? Oh, right, the old man said tomorrow is my 18th birthday. And he'll announce that I'm the Qin family's heiress. You have to prepare a gift for me. If it's inferior to Qin Jiao's, I won't mind. Really, change it. Is this to make her biological father, Bai Jiro, so angry he can't speak? Qin Wen's face looks awful. Qin Jiao watched him enter the elevator thoughtfully. Just as the elevator doors were closing, Qin Ming suddenly turned to look at Qin Jiao. A smirk on his face. A blatant provocation and mockery. Qin Jiao also smiled. Looks like the Qin family has an opponent. Good, this makes it more fun. Jiyu Chuan and Lian were very quick. By the time Qin Ming arrived, the bedroom had already been tidied. But he didn't go into the bedroom. Instead, he kicked open Qin Wu's door, scaring Qin Wu, who was changing clothes, and making him yell. He prioritized his subordinate over everything else in the end. Qin Ming chuckled twice. You still have your big underpants on. What's all the shouting about? Qin Wu's face was flushed. Why didn't you knock before you came in? Oh, because I'm uncivilized. Please. He opened his mouth, but then stopped. How could he scold him now? Is this your room? I'm sorry, I went to the wrong room. Go ahead and finish getting dressed. Goodbye to tomorrow. He's about to be stabbed to death by a suitor of Qin Jiao. This floor will be mine sooner or later. Anyway, the Qin family has plenty of children. It doesn't matter if one dies. When they are all dead, I'll be the only legal heir. At this time, the orderly has dressed and is crawling to his side with both hands and feet. Good sister, brother. I took a variety show called Traveling with My Sister. Jiao Jiao and I aren't good at survival. You have experience, why don't you go too? Qin Ling raises an eyebrow. She reaches out and touches his head. He doesn't have a fever. Why is his attitude so good? Qin Wu, inner monologue sister, I'm afraid of dying. Qin Ling deliberately makes things difficult. I'm afraid this isn't a good idea. Qin Wu, rolling and crawling, desperately clung to Qin Ling's leg. My dear sister, 5. This line is unclear and requires more context for accurate translation. Is not a standard word. Qin Ling glanced at Qin Wu. She kicked him away. I do not care. Qin Wu clutched his chest. His eyes were blurred with tears. Qin Ling, it's this goddamn look again. Anything produced by Xingjiao is sure to be disgusting. With a hollow heart, wet eyes, and red eyes. A look of being bullied and being pitiful. A grown man acting so fragile. Looks like I need to practice more. Qin Wu put down his hand and cleared his throat. Ningming's appearance fee for this variety show is 35 million after tax. I'll give you 20 million. Before Qin Wu could finish speaking, Qin Ning immediately interrupted him. Deal. It's not about the money. I mainly want to cultivate a relationship with Fifth Brother. After all, we've been separated for almost 18 years. I really want to have a brother. Qin Wu was instantly filled with remorse. Ningning had endured so many hardships in the village for so many years, and finally returned. Yet I treated her so poorly. Did someone replace my brain with tofu? I'm so easily fooled. Oh my god. It's too easy to earn the Qin family's money. No wonder the Qin family has so much capital. They even established a company and hired so many detectives and big shots. Now that I'm here, the Qin family's money is my money. And my money is still my money. No one can touch it. The bodyguard scoffed. So it turns out he was just imagining things. But spending 20 million to verify if what he said is true, it's still worth it. When are you leaving, fifth brother? Now that I've taken the money, the service must be top-notch. I'll leave after your birthday banquet. But don't tell anyone. Qin Ming patted his chest to assure him. Don't worry, fifth brother. My lips are sealed. Unless he offers a higher price. 10 minutes later, Qin Ming handed a check to Lian and Jiu Chuan. After telling them a few things, he went back to his room to sleep. But at the same time, someone can't sleep. Xing Jiao is furious. Her face is twisted beyond recognition. The woman on the other side of the video said sternly, "Why are you angry? You must remain calm in everything. He's just jealous. He can't shake your position. Mom, you don't know how awful he is. He attacks everyone. He hit me today. Child's play. You need to focus on the formal matter now. How's the affairs side? When can we act? He's going to be on a show the day after tomorrow. As his sister, I have to go with him. Everything's arranged. He won't be coming back alive. Good. He can't blame us either. The Qin family really controls the public opinion tightly. As an artist, he doesn't have a single scandal. This is forcing us to deal with him directly." Qin Jiao carefully asked, "Mom, does he have to die?" "He must die. No one can stop the Qin family's destruction. Neither can you." Perhaps the other person's expression was too frightening. Qin Jiao was momentarily flustered. Seeing this, the woman opposite her instantly returned to her gentle demeanor. "I'm sorry, Jiao. Did Mom scare you? Mom is doing it all for your own good. Just listen to your mother. Please relax. This is his mother. Just now, that hysterical. How could that person with the distorted face be his mother? Okay, Mom will listen to you. I'm tired, I need to rest. Are you coming to the birthday party tomorrow?" "Why wouldn't I go? It's a good opportunity to meet your new sister." The next day arrived in the blink of an eye. Bai Jiruo saw that Qin Ming hadn't gotten up yet. And the fire in her heart grew even bigger. The people delivering the dress for the birthday banquet have arrived. Why hasn't this uneducated girl gotten up yet? Qin Jiao, who was beside her, stabilized the situation with a few words. And then he volunteered to deliver the gown to Qin Ming. Bai Jiruo told him to be careful. Then she sat in the first-floor living room, drinking tea. At this time, Qin Yuan walked over with a few younger brothers. He looked around for Mom. "Where is Qin Ling? Tell him to come out and see me. He has no manners at all." Bai Jiruo glanced at Qin Wu. Qin Wu shrank back a little. "What are you looking at him for?" He doesn't know either. Qin Yuanjin walked over and sat down. "Mom, why are you looking at fifth? What about Qin Ling?" Qin Ling is on the same floor as him. He still hasn't gotten up. The dress has already been brought over. Jiao went up to call him. "Mom, what are you thinking? How can you let Jiao go? He even dared to hit her yesterday." Xingxi said, touching his face. "His face still hurts. Even after a night of treatment. He might not be presentable today." Qin Yuan sat on the sofa, legs crossed, acting like a domineering CEO. How dare he lay a hand on Jiao? Does he have a death wish? "In 3 minutes, I want all of his information." Everyone was speechless. But the staff still provided the information. But Qin Yuan looked at the information on the phone, her brow furrowing deeper and deeper. She's a butcher. Chickens, ducks, geese, dogs, rabbits, bamboo rats, etc. She can slaughter anything humans can eat. They call her the village's top female butcher. Interesting. She's accumulated so many living things these past few years. And beat so many people. She has violent tendencies. Doesn't she, brother? You don't know. When Lao Wu went to pick him up, he was knocked unconscious and came back hitting his father, scolding his mother, and hitting Jiao. He hit me last night. It seems like only you, second brother, and third brother haven't been beaten yet. You guys be careful. He actually hits pretty hard. Qing Yuan's lips curled into a hint of bullying. Someone who didn't even finish elementary school dares to be arrogant in front of me. He really doesn't know his own limitations. It's easy for you to deal with him, boss. I'll get a certificate for you to acquire a mental hospital. We'll just send him straight in. If he appeals, we'll have Lao San give him a little help. He doesn't stand a chance. Great, you're so smart. Qin Sai is so happy to hear that. Your idea is great. Qing Yuan also thinks it's good. Do as you said. I'll arrange to acquire a mental hospital immediately. But Qing Wu thinks they are all crazy. Why are you targeting him? And their skill levels. If they weren't brothers, he would have reported them for being so terrible. But the 4 of them were too excited, and didn't ask for his opinion at all. So, while we were sleeping soundly, his eldest brother already bought the mental hospital. His second brother also got him a certificate of mental illness. His third brother collected evidence of him hitting people. His fourth brother wrote a few essays. preparing to directly smear him at a crucial moment. The police's opposition was ineffective. They could only run up to inform him. Only one foot had just entered the elevator. Crying and cursing came from upstairs. The crying came from Qin Jiao. The cursing came from Qin Ming. He was even cursing through a small loudspeaker. Qing Yuan stood up directly. How could he be so excessive? Every word that comes out of his mouth needs to be censored. Qing'e said coldly. That's right. So much foul language. It must have caused serious psychological damage to Jiao Jiao. Qin San has already started recording. He is suspected of insulting others, which is against the law. Qin Sai took out his notebook and started writing a short essay. Jing Wulian sighed, girl. Can you control that machine gun of a mouth? Bai Zhiruo is pointing at you guys upstairs, listen up. Who is he trying to embarrass? Look what he's done to Jiao Jiao. He absolutely cannot attend tonight's banquet. He'll definitely make the Qin family lose all face. Don't you think you're being too harsh? It's just that his voice is a little loud. Bai Zhiruo finds it strange. How her youngest son and Nan Nunu's relationship has become so good. Qing Wu's inner thoughts, because he's afraid of dying. At this moment, Qin Jiao runs out of the elevator with red eyes. Her collar open, and her makeup smudged. She looks like she's been bullied. It's not just ordinary bullying. His appearance broke his brother's hearts. Jiao Jiao, what's wrong with you? Is he really that beastly? Not even sparing you. Faced with his eldest brother's question, Qin Jiao wanted to cry even more. Originally, I went up there to mock him. But he actually used a silicone doll to leave these marks on himself. It's perverted, it's insulting. He must take revenge. Bai Zhiruo was very anxious. Jiao Jiao, don't cry. What happened? What did that unfilial daughter do to you? Qing'e walked over and looked at the marks on Qin Jiao's neck. Undoubtedly asking Lao Wu, is it a girl or a boy that you brought back? Please be sure. Her feminine features are quite obvious. It's definitely a girl. Qing'e pointed to Qin Jiao's neck. Is this bitten by a girl? After saying that, he prepared to go upstairs to wake up Qin Ning. And Qin Wu, who had already surrendered, silently took out his phone to watch the surveillance of the 11th floor. After Qin went upstairs, he originally intended to kick the door open. But he happened to see Qin Ning, wearing a capybara pajama set, sitting in the tea restaurant. You must be Qin Ning. Qin Ning, who was hugging Naiguo and drinking coffee, turned her head at the sound. She grimaced from the bitterness. What awful coffee, even more bitter than my life. I was thinking that now that I'm a rich lady, I should definitely have a cup of coffee in the morning. But I couldn't find a cup anywhere. So I just used a pot. It's just that the coffee is a bit bitter. It's still better with milk tea. Are you deaf? I'm talking to you. Qin Ming snorted. Who do you think you are? Who are you talking to? Kidnapping a girl in broad daylight, huh? Who are you, may I ask? You have no manners at all. You may look decent. Shut up. I'm Jiao Jiao's second elder brother. Did you bully Jiao Jiao just now? Oh, so this is Qing Jiao's second elder brother. I heard he's a doctor. It's a pity he doesn't have a doctor's compassion. Qin Ling, you're slandering me. Do you know my accomplishments? Do you know how many people I save every day? Qing'e suddenly stopped. Because Qin Ling was just a finger's length away from him. And he, a grown man, was actually pinned against the wall. Qing'e awkwardly pushed up his glasses. But unfortunately, he forgot to bring them today. He could only smooth his bangs. Qin Ming propped one hand against the wall. With my foot on Qing'e's chest, second brother. Are you unhappy with me? Then you are just blind to good intentions. If you knew that later, he sold your academic report and gave you sleeping pills before your surgery, causing you to be accused of academic fraud and plagiarism, ultimately leading to your disgrace and suicide in prison. Do you regret it? Qing'e told the truth on the spot. Is this her inner voice? Why can I hear her inner voice? But is what she said true? Qin Jiao can indeed freely enter and exit her study. But is this woman in front of me trustworthy? Qin Ming continued to say nothing, just staring straight at Qing'e. Although this guy's not too bright, his looks are still worth appreciating. But simple-minded men are fickle. I can only play with him, I can't be serious. Qing'e heard this and looked at Qin Ming with a dark expression. Stay away from me. No. I want to let you take a good look and remember me. You need to know. You only have one biological younger sister in this world. Qing'e has never been with a girl at such a close distance. Especially since this is my biological sister. How disgusting. He squats down and escapes from Qin Ming's grip. Qin Ming raises his eyebrows and sneers, oh. Still a mama's boy, huh? Qing'e raises her hand and slaps him in the face. I'm warning you, don't bully Jiao Jiao. Now, come downstairs and apologize to her immediately. Apologize? In my dictionary, there wasn't a word of apology. Qing'e used all her strength. But Qin Ming grabbed her directly. He slapped her back twice. Did I give you too much credit? You both think I'm easy to bully. Chinga covered her face in disbelief. Okay. You're very good. He took out his phone and dialed a number to the 11th floor. Kinming curled his lips. How old are you? Calling for mom when you can't win. Are you still breastfeeding? Does Baijiro still produce milk? Chinga flew into a rage. Shut up. No respect for elders, spewing nonsense. I really don't know why we brought you back. To take me back to inherit the family fortune. Dream on. The Qin family fortune has nothing to do with you. Kinming sneered. It's not your place to speak about the Qin family. How dare you? Although he was very angry, he didn't dare to act rashly, even though he couldn't beat Kinming. But he wanted to see if Kinming could still be so arrogant when the bodyguards arrived. So he's just yelling at Kinming now. Unfortunately, he's no match for him. With the sound of the elevator, a dozen bodyguards rushed out. Kinling had fully recovered his strength. Don't tremble as you look at the surveillance on your phone. Discretion is the better part of valor. He's so smart, he surrendered last night. A few minutes after she closed her phone, the elevator door opened. Chinga walked out numbly. Ching, you seem angry. What's wrong, second brother? Chinga didn't say a word and just sat on the sofa and cried. Mom, please send him away. He's just a devil. Qing Yuan was furious. He had never seen anyone so arrogant. Third and fourth, let's go together. I don't believe he can beat the three of us. He watched his three brothers enter the elevator. Qing Yuan said a silent amoeba. He took out his earphones and plugged his ears. Baijiro had just consoled Qin Jiao. And Qin started crying again. Fifth, take some men and tie him up for me. I want to see what he's capable of. Qin sat on the sofa, pretending not to understand. His mother still hasn't realized how capable Kinming is. He's a butcher who knows kung fu. Why would anyone provoke him? And my own life needs Kinming to protect me. Baijiro said Kinwu again. Did you hear Meldron? Kinwu was a little impatient. He is also your son. Why are you treating him like this? And my work still needs him to cooperate. That show is too hard. Jiao Jiao can't marry me, so let him go with me. It only costs 20 million to settle. What a bargain. Baijiro was stunned by Kinwu's question. By the time he reacted, Kinwu was already gone. At the same time, Qin Yuan, Qin San, and Qin Sai came down with swollen faces. Baijiro was completely enraged. What is he trying to do? Let's just send him away. This time, Qin Jiao didn't try to comfort him. Instead, he added fuel to the fire. It would be even better if we could get rid of Kinming. If we can't get rid of him, let's ruin his reputation. We absolutely cannot let him affect my position. And the plan? Are you trying to get rid of me? Qin Jiao was almost scared to death. Why didn't anyone tell him? When this pervert stood behind him, Qin Lisha leaned familiarly on Qin Jiao's shoulder. I know what you're thinking. I also know what tricks you want to use against me. Qin Jiao's eyes widened. What did he hear? How did Kinming know something was wrong? How did he hear Kinming's voice? He mechanically turned his head. Kinming was resting his eyes on his shoulder. But his upturned lips betrayed him. This guy's pretending. You're so heavy. The Son of Heaven commands the feudal lords. I've been following you for 24 hours. Let's see how you contact your real mother. They don't know yet that you're already colluding with your real parents. Qin Jiao became even more frightened. Baijiro rushed over and tried to pull Kinming away. What are you doing? Don't you have a backbone? Look how you're making Jiao Jiao tremble. Kinming impatiently swatted his hand away. I'm so annoyed. I'm trying to cultivate my relationship with Qin Jiao. What are you bothering us for? Did a donkey kick you in the head? You're being so affectionate. She has her own mother. Who do you think you are? Baijiro turned and left. He was going to invite a master. I must subdue this fiend today. Qin Jiao is already terrified. Why can he hear this? Can others hear it too? If we let him keep blabbing like this, something big will happen. Qin Minglang raised his head. Too proud. Everyone in this family except Wen Qin has been captivated by his charm. At 6 p.m., the Qin family's birthday banquet began. Everyone chatted and laughed merrily. Qin Sheng picked up the microphone and made some pleasantries. Then he solemnly introduced the true eldest daughter of the Qin family. The training is now over. It's time to officially return to the family. Following the direction of his finger, everyone can see a spiritually advanced capybara desperately tearing at the crab, the romantic heartthrob, with a face full of black lines. Nini, why didn't you change your clothes? Everyone looked at him curiously. Some with inquiry, some with mockery, and some with sympathy. Kinming looked around. He said lazily, unloved by my father and mother. Damn it, I've been kneeling in the ancestral hall since I got back. I haven't even had a proper meal yet. Where would I have the time to change clothes? Qin Sheng's face instantly darkened. Qin Wen, Bai Jiruo, you two come out. Is our family taking my words for granted? Qin Wen was sweating profusely. I just got back. When I went out this morning, I specifically told Jiruo. Where's Bai Jiruo? Qin Sheng continued to ask. Qin Wen shook his head, saying he didn't know. Qin Sheng looked at Qin Yuan and the others. They also lowered their heads. Qin Ming sighed. Old man, my own mother went to invite a master. He says I'm a demon and wants to take me away. Although I was abandoned by a nanny, I'm still very happy that Grandpa spends so much money every year to find me. I'm still very happy. But my own father, Mr. Qin Wen, didn't spend a penny on me. His family spent all the money on food, drinks, and entertainment. My own mother said I was a demon. My 5 own brothers gave me a hard time the first day I walked in the door. And this sister, with no ties, threatened me, saying I'd better get out if I didn't listen. Old man, what's the point of me living? Never mind, I'm full anyway. Then I'll perform a hanging to entertain everyone. After the girl's barrage, Qin Sheng's lips twitched. He began to wonder who this little girl took after. At this moment, Qin Ming had already draped his belt over the door of the hall. At a height of 3 meters, he just stuck his butt out like that and climbed up in a contorted posture. He lay on the pillar of the hall and looked around. Most of the guests were just watching the show. A few even hoped he would die. Only old man Qin had worry in his eyes and was still calling the bodyguards. Let them take down Qin Ling. The old man is not bad after all. Since you're still showing me some kindness, I'll tell you a little secret later. Just fire your wife's personal caregiver, and he's done for. As soon as Xing Sheng heard this bombshell, he immediately arranged for the housekeeper to protect his eldest granddaughter. He hurried back to his courtyard. His wife had been unconscious for 10 years. He had never doubted his personal bodyguard, while Chu Shi and Nan Nian were hypocritically trying to comfort her. Ling Ling, don't worry. Your clothes will be taken care of by your second aunt from now on. You mustn't do anything foolish. As the eldest young lady, you have a lot of future glory and wealth ahead of you. Nan Nian hurriedly said. The little aunt has taken care of it. Come down quickly, all right. Qin Jiao was furious. She wished he would hang himself quickly. Why are you talking so much? Qin Ming skillfully used the belt to tie a knot. Second aunt, little aunt, you don't need to persuade me. I'd rather be an orphan than have parents like you. If you were my parents, how blessed I would be. Now, I can only pray for a better next life. Goodbye, my few relatives. I'm dead. Memories, like grey sleeves, take nothing away. Sister, wait for your 5th brother. Qin Wu ran over. He only went to the bathroom for a moment. How did things escalate to a hanging here? If Qin Ling hangs herself, he's done for too. Who the hell gave me a laxative? Unfortunately, Qin Wu was too late. Chu Shi and Nan Nian covered their eyes. Qin Jiao's mouth slowly opened. But everyone underestimated Qin Ming's weight. Of course, he underestimated it too. At that critical moment, there was a sharp sound. His belt snapped. Qin Ming fell. But the pain he expected didn't come. Instead, he landed in a hard yet warm embrace. It still smells so good. From the perspective of his death, the person holding him is Shen Zhouxing, the prince of the Bible. That perfect jawline is mesmerizing. This belt broke just in time. The Bible is still the best. It produces such high-quality goods. Shen Xingzhou looked at Qin Ming in his arms and couldn't help but smile. This newly found Qin family daughter is quite interesting. I was forced to come to attend this Qin family banquet. I didn't expect to meet someone so interesting. Is he captivated by me? I knew it. My charm is so great. Anyone would be captivated by my charm. Except for those few who aren't human. Shen Zhouxing slowly curled his lips. Miss Qin, can you come down now? Qin Ming suddenly closed her eyes. The scene opened up. Atao felt dizzy. I won't go down, I just won't. I finally met someone even better looking. So I'm not going down. Hee. Qin Ming, get down here now. You've completely disgraced the Qin family. The sudden shout made Qin Ming's face change. That's my dear mother. She doesn't even know what happened to me. All she cares about is that I've disgraced her. I almost died, and she doesn't even care to ask. She saw Bai Jiruo come back. Xingjiao's hanging heart is finally relieved. Mom, don't be angry, my sister just took action. If it weren't for Brother Shen, my sister would have already been acting like you green tea. Who the hell can't cry? Bai Jiruo greeted Shen Zhouxing with a smile. Zhouxing, I'm so happy you could come to Jiajia's birthday banquet. Auntie is very happy. Qin Ming is a tomboy who hasn't learned manners. Auntie apologizes to you first. As she said that, she reached out to pull Qin Ming off. But Qin Ming was like a tenacious fox. clinging tightly to Shen Zhouxing. She just wouldn't get down. I won't get down, I just won't get down. Bai Jiruo, you can't hurt us. At this moment, Shen Zhouxing suddenly retreated, picked up Qin Ming, and turned to leave. I saved Mrs. Qin. Might as well go all the way. I'll take him to the hospital. No need, Zhouxing, he's really okay. Put him down now. The banquet is about to begin. Shen Zhouxing chuckled and said to Madame Xing, let's just say it's your daughter's birthday. He's so handsome. I like handsome guys. Interested in spending a night together. I'm very interested in you. Shen Zhouxing was speechless after hearing this. Such a nice birthday banquet was completely ruined by Qin Ming. Qin Jiao's expression management failed. He hated Qin Ming. Qin Ming did it on purpose. Dad finally invited Shen Zhouxing, but he was intercepted. He lowered his head and shed 2 tears. He shook Bai Jiruo's hand in grievance. Mom. Bai Jiruo patted the back of his hand. Jiao Jiao, don't worry. Zhouxing looks down on that wild girl. But brother Shen has already carried her away. Zhouxing has always been very cautious. Any girl with ulterior motives has been dealt with by him. You just wait and see. That wild girl will come to a bad end. Maybe she'll be thrown out in a little while. Don't be sad. How can he, someone from his village, compare to you? Meanwhile, Shen Ju left the Qin family's house. He roughly threw Qin Ming into the car. Am I giving you too much leeway? It's a good thing I have a lot of flesh on my butt. Otherwise, I would have been injured. Someone like you deserves to die a bachelor. Shen Zhouxing followed him into the car. Move over a little. Qinling crosses her arms. What's that for? She's a flower. Why don't you know how to cherish women? Shen Zhouxing rubbed his temples. I didn't see you acting like a pervert at all. You want to see it? Well, it's not impossible. You have to let me see it first. If you have abs, a V-line, chest muscles, biceps. Shen Zhouxing regrets that this person is mentally ill. Adding pervert and lecher to Shen Zhouxing. Do you have a girlfriend? Qinling thinks he's secretly horny, too. So she plans to take the initiative. Miss Qin, I don't think we are that close yet. It's okay, we'll get familiar by chatting. Do you? No? Just as Qin Ming was about to continue, he heard a bang. The car hit me, my ass. How are you driving? When Shen Zhouxing reacted, he only grabbed one leg of Qin Ming's pants. The result was that he didn't wear a seatbelt. Qin Ming, who was missing a pant leg, flew out. The driver was trembling. He unbuckled his seatbelt and got out of the car. But I've been looking for a while and haven't found him. He turned around and said shakily, boss. The person flew away. Shen Zhouxing looked around. Ahead was only an overturned car, wheels up in the air. There was no sign of Qin Ming. He told Chen Sheng to check the car's information. It was very quiet around. Seems like there's no one but him. He's cautiously looking around. Yang Xian, what are you doing? Boss, I'm looking at the back of the car. Take a look. The entire rear end is caved in from the crash. Never mind that for now. Go find that pervert. Pervert? Who? Yang Xian glanced at his boss meaningfully. Was the boss talking about him? Shen Zhouxing glared at him. Go find that temperamental freak. Why are you staring at me? You can forget about your bonus this month if you don't find him. Yang Xian nodded hastily. Boss, don't be angry, don't be angry. I'll find you right away. Don't worry, I'll find you even if I have to dig 3 feet into the ground. While Yang Xian was looking for someone everywhere, Qin Ming on the tree didn't dare to speak. Damn, he's actually stuck in the tree fork. This posture is a bit embarrassing. Although he doesn't care much about his reputation, his buttocks are exposed. He has to get himself together before calling for help. Can we get a breeze? My underwear is showing. What if someone sees it and my innocence is ruined? If I really have to, I'll just offer myself. Shen Zhouxing under the tree felt a bit awkward. He called out to Yang Xian. Yang Xian dashed over right away. Boss, I haven't found Miss Qin yet. But don't worry, I've called for backup. I'll handle this pervert. You go about your business. Investigate the cause of this accident. Don't let anything slip. I want to find out who's behind this. Yes, boss. At such a young age, you've become the head of the Shen family. Many people hate him. I wonder who's doing this car accident is this time. I originally thought the Qin family's fate was tragic. But now it seems the fate of the eldest branch of the Shen family is no better than the Qin family's. Even just taking a car, they can arrange a car accident scene. No, this time it's not the Shen family's doing. Sorry. This seems to be a car accident arranged by the Qin family for me. Shen Zhouxing smiled helplessly. Does he still know who harmed him? Ask him, and he'll start fighting if he gets upset. After all, his spare tire was snatched away by himself. This Shen Zhouxing is completely Qin Ming's type. To die under a peony flower is worth it. I want to die today. I just don't know if I can see abs today. Shen Zhouxing really couldn't listen anymore. He admitted that he was indeed attracted by this guy's special charm at the banquet. But now he wants to send him back. Shen Zhouxing, you bastard. Aren't you going to carry me down? Do you want me to carry you and die from blood rush? Kindling Camp 1, end. Finally remembered. I don't seem to be very presentable right now. Shen Zhouxing slowly raised his head. What he saw was a person with disheveled hair and a flushed face. But aren't you very capable? Calm down yourself. If you die, you have no idea what will happen to the Shen family. With me, you can live a long life. Hurry up and tell me. I'm the one who knows the plot. Shen Zhouxing heard this voice. And there was a hint of pity in his eyes as he looked at Qin. Children lacking love are usually not quite mentally stable. Shen Zhouxing, hurry up. I feel a little dizzy. Did I hit my head and have a brain hemorrhage? What's the rush? I didn't hit my head. My face is just a little red. Shen Zhouxing was stunned by his bold statement. Then, with long strides, he climbed the tree. Wow! Shen Gij's legs are not legs, but the rippling spring water in my heart. Shen Zhouxing said, shut up, with a dark face. Wow, Shen Gij's mouth is not a mouth, but the beauty of a clear-minded monk, I imagine. Shen Zhouxing really wanted to throw this guy away. How can he be so unreserved? There's Lin Daiyu in ancient times who uprooted the weeping willow. Now, from Shenju, I'm trying to pull out the nerve. Why is it stuck so tight? I can't pull it out after 1 or 2 tries. Shen Zhouxing, are you even capable? Qin Ming's contemptuous gaze comes from below. You were just praising me. That was to cheer you on. Now, you're just a rapid descent. Shen Zhouxing said through gritted teeth. I'll show you if I can or not today. He misunderstood, didn't he? I was talking about your strength. Is the commoner still complaining? Suddenly, a tearing pain came from my waist. Shen Zhouxing, I swear, are you trying to tear me apart? Is it working or not? Replace him if he can't do it. There's a technique to plucking a person out. Good heavens. Someone come here. He's just a pretty face. President Shen Zhu has never, in his life, been slandered like this. And he's kindly trying to save him. He's using such foul language. Shen Zhouxing, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and use the strength you used to suckle 25 years ago, and shut him up. Guo Zhao, Shen Zhouxing thinks this guy is too noisy. Qinling Taizui won't even let me speak. Such a miser. It's just that you're not good enough. Shen Zhouxing took a deep breath and stretched his legs, taking another step. He strained his muscles and lifted Qinling, who was stuck in the middle of the split. Mingming only felt dizzy, the world spinning. Shen Zhouxing, can you clone yourself? Why are there so many of you? Shen Zhouxing looked at his face, stuck and bruised. He felt a little sympathy. You're engorged. I hadn't even finished comforting you. When I heard Qin Ming say with a grin, can I use all this? But I'm very capable. It's no problem for me to take it all. Shen Zhouxing was black-faced again. Get in, I'll take you home. Qin Ming suddenly clutches his head. Brother Shen. My head hurts so much. I'm so dizzy. I'll see if you'll be gentle with me. If you have the guts, send me back. I'm only wearing the top half of my pajamas. What do you think they'll imagine? Shen Zhouxing rubs his head and glances at him. Forget it. Take him away first. Yang Xian, drive. Qin Ming thought. This Shen Zhouxing has some brains after all. Then she said, Shen Zhouxing, what do you think about me being your girlfriend? Not good. Qin Ming took out a mirror. I have captivating beauty. Doesn't my stunning beauty entice you? Shen Zhouxing is speechless again. Doesn't my figure arouse your interest? Qin Ming even sticks her chest out deliberately. Saiji Yangxian is holding back so much that he's driving like a jumping car. Shen Zhouxing says with a dark face, shut up. Once I start talking, I can't stop. How can you shut up? Shen Zhouxing looked at his lips, chattering incessantly, and slightly parted. He unconsciously leaned in. Yang Xian quickly put up a barrier. Don't look. He's really an all-around good assistant. Qin Ming was looking forward to his first kiss. Shen Zhouxing suddenly whispered in his ear. There's a leaf on your head. I took it off for you. What are you expecting? Qin Ming smiled charmingly. You've successfully caught my attention. Shen Zhouxing immediately turned dark and tensed up. You've read too many novels, haven't you? Qin Ming shifted his bottom closer to him. Tell me the truth. What kind do you like? I don't like any kind of changes. Don't you like women? Qin Ming asked with a question mark on his face. But to seduce Shen Xingzhou is Qin Ming's mission after transmigrating into the book. So he could only continue the offensive. Shen Zhouxingming. Want to hear a secret? What secret? I'll tell you when you give me 650,000. Why should I believe you? Qin Ming is busy with his phone, never mind. I'm not forcing you. You'll believe it the moment before you die. You'll definitely regret not doing 6,550 tonight. That sentence really piqued his interest. Could he really die young? Give it to me, I command. Qin Ming grinned. Let's add each other as friends. I have many more little secrets. Shen Zhouxing didn't know at this time how much money Qin Ming would coax away from him every day. He's already intimidated by Qin Ming's fans. Miss Qin, your name is very special. Qin Ming is clicking on the lucky money. Yes, it's my dream. To make money and support a man, you need to have a dream, a ren. Otherwise, what's the difference between you and a salted fish? Every woman has a hobby. I've always said lust makes people live longer. I'm just doing it for my health. Shen Zhouxing looks a little uncomfortable. Aren't you going to be my girlfriend? And keep male models. Didn't you say no yet? Qin Mingshan thought, could this guy be falling for me? I knew my charm was irresistible. Shen Zhouxing sighed. He seemed to be led astray by this guy. I've already sent the red envelope. It's time for you to tell your secret. Be careful of your cousin. Shen Zhouxing waited for a while, but there was nothing. Isn't that a secret? Man, you're too greedy. You want VIP treatment for 50 yuan. I know he has ulterior motives. It's no secret. Qin Ming trusts him a lot. If you want to watch advanced episodes, give me 500. Shen Zhouxing twitched his lips. It's a pity you didn't go into business. Turned around. Tell me quickly. Have you been bidding on a piece of land these past 2 days? Your cousin is setting a trap, just waiting for you to jump in. It's up to you. How did you know? Qin Ming knows these words of his have aroused Shen Zhouxing's suspicion. But he's not afraid. Anyway, this man may not be able to beat me. When Shen Zhouxing saw the wicked smile on Qin Ming's face, he knew he wasn't thinking about anything good. Miss Qin, are you going home? That home doesn't welcome me. I don't want to go back. Then where do you want to go? I'll have Yang Xian send you to my heart. Shen Zhouxing simply shut up. He didn't want to talk. Qin Ming didn't give up. She kept clinging to him. At this moment, Shen Zhouxing was thinking, someone save me. Whose child is so familiar? He hadn't rested for 2 months for that piece of land. Today, he even took the time to go to the Qin family. I didn't expect to bring back such a troublesome person. But this sound seems to have a hypnotic effect. He slowly drifted off to sleep. Qin Ming saw that Shen Zhouxing had fallen asleep. He shook his head and lowered his head to play with his phone. Meanwhile, Yang Xian in the front seat was very troubled. He didn't know if the boss was finished yet. Should he stop the car and open the door? Just then, Qin Ming knocked on the partition. Yang Xian immediately opened it. Miss Qin is here, right? He pointed to the back seat. Carry your boss back to the bedroom. I'll be right there. You don't need to worry about me. Yang Xian's face was full of disbelief. His boss was so weak. Qin Ming scolded, Yang Xian. You're his assistant, right? Remind him to exercise more in the future. Is his stamina really that bad? Yang Xian wanted to cut off his ears. If his boss is not good, how can his boss not be good? Qin Ming took a bottle of wine from the wine cabinet. He slapped the bottle cap open and gulped it down like water. Yang Xian is coming downstairs, Miss Qin. The boss has already sent you to your room. I'll leave first. Thank you for your hard work, Assistant Yang. You're welcome, Miss Qin. Goodbye. After Qin Ming saw Yang Xian off, the phone rang. Xing Wu's voice came from inside. Sister, where are you? Don't forget work tomorrow. Qin Ming felt a little awkward. He didn't know the exact address here, so he could only say, come to Shenzhou Bank tomorrow to pick me up. With him. Yes, is there a problem? Is President Shen asleep? What are you doing? You're drinking. Have you got him yet? Not completely. Maybe 10%. I'm hanging up, I'm going to sleep. Pick me up tomorrow. Please don't stand there dumbfounded with your phone. This younger sister's got some serious skills. Qin Jiao, not knowing what's going on, anxiously asks, brother, where's sister? It's so late, let's go pick her up. Qin Wu said, no need. She's already asleep at President Shen's. Qin Jiao couldn't believe it. Already asleep? What do you mean, already asleep? How dare Qin Ning? Bai Jiro couldn't believe that Qin Ning actually spent the night in Shenzhou. She couldn't help but burst into a tirade. Qin Wu watched his usually gentle mother. How could she turn into a shrew the moment Qin Ning was mentioned? But he couldn't worry about that now. His mind was solely focused on his own life and death. His gaze shifted to Qin Jiao. Will you go to that variety show with me tomorrow? After all, everyone's familiar with you. It'll be much more convenient for you to do the tasks. Qin Jiao smiled apologetically at Wu Ji. It's not that I don't want to go. I also have to accompany second brother. Let older sister go instead. It'll be a chance for her to make some new friends too. Okay, then I'll take Ning Ning. We have to get up early tomorrow. I'm going to bed now. Good night, fifth brother. Qin Jiao looked at Qin Wu's back. It seemed like he was sending himself to the door. Then he took Bai Jiro upstairs to rest. But what they didn't know was, Kinming was silently hiding behind a pillar at that moment, observing the family of three's every move. He did it to save Kinwoo. Or maybe it was for that $20 million order. He gave up a romantic night and went straight home. After watching their performance, Kinming felt a little hungry. He casually pulled out a bag of snail powder from his pocket, showing off like crazy. At this moment, Kino rushed home in a panic. He came to tell Kinming about his discovery. Qin Jiao really secretly took his research data. As soon as he entered the door, he saw Kinming, who was snorting powder. He covered his nose and asked, "Are you eating shit? Why does it smell so bad?" Kinming raised his eyelids. Second brother is very familiar with this smell. Have you ever eaten shit before? You're clearly ignorant. This is called luocifen. There's a promotion now, 35.9 yuan for 7 packs. Chinga was indeed a little shocked by the price. Only 5 yuan a pack. You can eat this stuff. Even though he doesn't like this girl much. It's still the first time he's seen something like this. Second brother, you were born in Rome. I was born a beast of burden, you know. Chinga felt a slight pang of sympathy. Let's talk. Kinming wolfs down the noodles. Not even a drop of soup left. Then Bao Ji said he was sleepy. Chinga saw that he didn't care at all. With soup still on the corner of his mouth. And the sympathy she felt disappeared. But he had to stay. Because this Kinming didn't seem so simple. Thinking of this, Chinga immediately asks for 5 million for half an hour. That's too short. Chinga didn't realize it at first. When she realized it, all that was left in her heart was disgust and anger. Kinming, how can you have no shame? Kinming rolled his eyes. I mean, 5 million is too little. The lowest price for me to accompany fifth brother on a show is 20 million. Shina wrote a check without hesitation, exactly. 20 million. Kinming also accepted Qin Jiao and explained all the actions against him. Before leaving, Chinga asked, how do you know so much? Kinming, considering the 20 million, gave her a bright smile and said, trade secret. How would I make money if I told you? And at this moment, in Love Sage's courtyard, he looks at his wife, who has been in a coma for 10 years. And she really woke up. She's even devouring a chicken leg. He's so excited he's shedding tears. Suddenly, with a smack, he looks up blankly. Why did you hit me? Your old fool made me lie here for 10 years for nothing. Mr. Love is smiling, as if it's all my fault. Calm down. Just eat less of this chicken leg. Your stomach is weak after just waking up. Another slap. My stomach is perfectly fine. I just laid here for 10 years. But my brain is still good. Qin Sheng is so upset that she's on the verge of tears. It's all my fault. It is your fault. Where's my granddaughter? Is Minmin asleep? It's almost 12 o'clock. How about I bring him over tomorrow morning? The child just came back and hasn't adjusted yet. Alright, then have him come stay with us tomorrow morning. The eldest couple, their minds are all over the place. It will hurt the child's heart. Qin Sheng mumbled that he was already hurt. What Qin Sheng, damn you. I said we shouldn't have kept Qin Wen back then. When I wrestled back then, I probably smashed his brains to pieces. I said long ago that Qin Jiao is not a good guy. Dong Xiaoxin's words are too much, even a love saint can hardly believe it. Ming Ming, when you fell, Qin Wen was just an embryo. He didn't even have a brain. Yeah, he hadn't even started developing yet. When I fell, the brain he was about to grow got knocked out. I, Jiang Minmin, was born smart and beautiful, defending the country. It's a pity I had a brainless son. Meanwhile, Qin Wen, enjoying himself, couldn't stop sneezing. Who's scolding him? He touched his nose, suspecting Kinming was scolding him again. As for Kinming, who was being thought of, he had already closed his eyes from exhaustion. But she still had earphones on. Qin Jiao and that woman's voices were coming through them. They were deciding whether to take care of Kinming while they were dealing with Qin Wu tomorrow. And Qin Jiao wanted to tell everyone that she could hear Kinming's new power. But every time those words came to her lips, it would feel suffocating. If he could hear it, others probably could too. Then my plan and reputation would definitely be ruined. Finally, a chilling voice came from the earpiece, kill. But Kinming didn't seem to care at all. He turned over and snored. I've been so tired these past few days. It's 7 a.m. Please don't knock on his door. Mom, what's wrong with you? Shen Zhouxing is an enchantress. You can't do this. Your kidneys are weak, you need to replenish them. Kinning, with dark circles under her eyes, is weak and listless. Fifth brother, help me pack. Where's the car? I want to sleep. The bus is downstairs. It leaves on time at 7:30. My agent will tell you on the bus about the guests and main content of the show. Kinning closed the door expressionlessly. Let's go back to Shen Zhouxing's side. Yang Xian has been waiting at the door for half an hour. The boss hasn't come out yet. Men who have tasted the forbidden fruit are really useless. It's delaying work. The meeting is about to start. The boss hasn't gotten up yet. Is Miss Qin so fierce? What are you thinking about? The familiar voice made Yang Xian look up. He saw that the boss was full of energy. He seemed even better looking than yesterday. Why are you staring at me? Let's get going. Yang Xian hurriedly opened the car door. Boss, don't you want to arrange breakfast? I've eaten. Get Miss Qin whatever medicine she likes. Shen Zhouxing looked at him leisurely. A little puzzled. Qin Ming, that girl, has some backbone. Rest. In this short time, she has already subdued his assistant. Yang Xian is also a shrewd person. Quickly explain, boss, you fell asleep yesterday. Miss Qin was watching over you. That's why I asked too much. Whether I should arrange breakfast for him. He's not here with me. Miss Qin got up really early. Got up early for what? He left 10 minutes after you left. The boss lasts 10 minutes. No wonder he's so energetic. The old ancestors are indeed right. Other old men are just useless. But it's not easy for the boss either. Such a big family fortune. With so many demons and monsters around him. He faces danger every day. My physical functions are declining. But it's okay. He went back to prepare a gift for the boss. Shen Zhouxing was very puzzled. How could he see in Yang Xian's eyes? Pity and a hint of sympathy. Yang Xian, boss, did you tell him you have a girlfriend? Does Wen Yang sympathize with the boss more? Here comes the what time is it? Well, for the high salary. He can sacrifice his face. Boss, I have a girlfriend. It only takes 2 minutes to solve the problem. Boss, you are already amazing. You are one in a million. Shen Zhouxing manually pulled up the baffle. I was thinking this guy must have taken the wrong medicine today. Why is he talking so nonsensically? Yang Xian felt like crying. It's over. The boss is depressed. I have to invigorate the boss, help him out. On the other side, on the bus, Qin Ming was holding a trash bag and throwing up like crazy. He has motion sickness. The bus reeked of vomit. But out of respect for Qin's service, no one on the bus dared to say anything. Who would dare offend Qin's family's worker? I was fine, but Qin Young-hoon made me want to throw up too. Hello, Server Sunbei. I have motion sickness medicine here. Would you like your sister to try it? Someone's already sucking up as soon as they get on the bus. Too bad some people are unreachable. They should take a look at themselves. Kaimo looks upset. You're being a little harsh. I just saw that Qin Ming was uncomfortable, and I happened to have what he needed. A weasel wishing you a happy new year has no good intentions. What is this thing? Who is he yelling at? Who's the weasel and who's the chicken? Qingwu, don't glance back at him. Judy, say less. Kaimo is just trying to be helpful. Qingwu, why isn't Jiao Jiao here? I decided to take this show because I thought she'd be here. Jiao Jiao has something to do, so I asked my younger sister to come. So she's Qin Jiao's bestie. No wonder. Just look at this bitch's face and the sour smell all over her. You can tell she's the same kind of person as Qin Jiao. Okay, Judy looked down at her phone. She promised Jiao Jiao to keep an eye on that hick. It would have been nice if he had motion sickness. This Kaimo is really... Is he deliberately going against us? Kaimo looked at Qinwu gratefully. Senior, do you need more motion sickness medicine? Qinwu covered his mouth and poked Qin Ning, who was leaning on his shoulder. Do you want to eat? Qin Ning's face was sallow and weak. She thought to herself, look at me. Do you think I have the strength to talk? If you just stuff it in my mouth, will I throw up? She made an "oh" sound. Qin Ming threw up again. Qinwu also felt a little nauseous and covered his mouth. Shimo, could you please help me stuff it into his mouth? I'm not feeling well either right now. Shimo nodded. Okay, Senior Qin. He took out his water bottle. Holding Qin Ming's head, he gently fed him the medicine. Qin Ming looked at the gentle girl in front of him. I can't help but think of his ending in the original book. He graduated from Graphite Bible Film Academy. After his debut, he firmly refused to accept any unspoken rules. So he always played supporting roles. Later, a big shot took a fancy to him. But Kaimo was unmoved. In the end, the big shot got angry and blackened him all over the internet. Finally, he committed suicide because he couldn't stand the cyberbullying. Shimo's face turned pale. I don't know if it's because he heard Qin Ming's inner voice scared him, or because he heard about his tragic experience. Qin Ming, who took motion sickness medicine, felt much better. He planned to repay Kaimo for this favor in the future. He looked at Kaimo and said, "Thank you, Sister Kaimo." Qin Ming grinned at him and said. Kaimo realized that Qin Ming was so good-looking. He even blushed. He said softly, "You're welcome. Are you car sick? Do you want some gum?" Qin Ming nodded, then turned around and punched Qinwu. When packing his luggage, "Why didn't you pack motion sickness pills for me?" Qinwu also felt wronged. None of us get motion sickness. How were we to know you get motion sickness? So what? I was lost by you guys for so long. The most I rode were donkey carts and three-wheeled motorcycles. I haven't ridden in a car much. How could I not get motion sickness? But you didn't get carsick when I picked you up. Bullshit, I knocked you out. How would you know if I get carsick or not? Saying that, he punched Kinwoo again. Kinwoo wanted to curse. But then he remembered they had the same mother. And he forcibly held back. I should have known not to bring this guy along. Maybe I'm overthinking it. It's a society ruled by law now. Who would dare to murder in broad daylight? But when he came to his senses, Kinming was already sitting with Kaimo. The two were chatting animatedly. Kinming was animated. Kaimo was heaven sent. Don't you dare lay a hand on Kaimo. The Buddha statue, like an old lecher, shouted through gritted teeth. Kinming, you get back here. No time. Kinming didn't even turn his head. Shimo has such a great body. I'll count to 3, get back here, or the check bounces. As soon as he finished speaking, there was another person next to him. Kinming sat down obediently next to him. But his gaze remained on Kaimo. Kinwoo stared listlessly at the car roof. Have the lilies bloomed back home? Did he forget why he came here? A $20 million bodyguard. Kinwoo was furious. This guy is going too far. He was supposed to be protecting him. Not hitting on girls. No, no, no. He wasn't supposed to chat with people. Kinming continued chatting with Kaimo, head held high. Kinwoo tried several times to interrupt. Finally, Kinming punched him hard. Ah? Kinming, you actually knocked your brother out. Don't you know this is live? The live stream comments went crazy at this point. Who is that woman? How courageous. I'd call him the #1 bus in the Bible. He seems to be Kinwoo's sister. That's impossible. Kinwoo's sister's name is Kin Jiao. There are photos of her online. Upstairs, are you just emerging from seclusion? The Kin family has a young lady who just returned. Kin Jiao, currently watching the show, is contorting his face in frustration. He's planning to pay for professional online trolls to attack Ta. Kinming, meanwhile, leisurely plays with Kaimo's hand. Why is this girl's hand so soft and fragrant? Why is his own hand so thin and long? It's completely lacking in softness. Zhu Di subtly glances at the camera. Oh dear, Senior Kin seems to have fainted. What do we do? Director, what do we do? Should we call 911? Kinling, can't you look back? Your brother fainted. This is a live broadcast. Don't say I didn't warn you. Kinling is getting annoyed by the noise. I looked up at the upper right side of the bus. It's a live stream, so what? Judy hasn't forgotten the task assigned to him. He just needs to provoke Kinming. Then his task will be complete. The female lead in the next drama will be his. Thinking this, he continued to provoke Kinming. How can you be so calm? If you live stream this, your reputation will be ruined. Shimo scratched the palm of his hand. Clearly. Go check on Master Kin. She hasn't reached her destination yet. What if something happens to her? Kinming sighed. Don't worry. Worrying only makes things worse. Look, his eyelashes are still moving. It's all fake. Oh, I'm relieved to hear that. Even if you knock me out, I won't worry. He and I are siblings. He wouldn't call the police on me, would he? Anyway, I have no shame. Kinwoo, just pretend. If you pretend to be dead now, you really will be dead later. Shimo's eyes were already big. It's really bigger now. How could Senior Kin die? Kinwoo opened his eyes immediately. Then he walked to Kinming's side. You sit inside. Kinming reached out to block Bushing. It's a little crowded with 3 people. Kinwoo didn't care how Kinming refused. He always felt that someone wanted to harm him. Just want to squeeze next to Kinming. Kinming's face is gloomy. If it weren't for the money, he would have thrown this thing away. At this time, Kin Sheng of the Kin family is pushing Jiang Mingming's wheelchair. They arrived at Kin Wen's residence. Jiang Mingming specifically asked to see her own granddaughter, Kin Wen, looking exhausted. Mom, when did you wake up? Why didn't anyone tell me? Jiang Mingming just snorted coldly. They couldn't find the caretaker. Evidence of collusion with Kin Jiao. Now there's no reason to drive Kin Jiao away. But he didn't want to give these 2 fools a good look. Where's Mingming? Are you keeping him from coming to us? Sister is out. She went to a variety show with 5th brother. If you want to see him, we can turn on the show. I'll turn on the show for you. Jiang Minmin glared at him. Turn it on, let me see. Kin Jiao was overjoyed. Grandma, when Mom asks you to do something, it's reassuring. These 2 old guys. There's no way to prove this matter has anything to do with him. It won't affect his status or plans at all. He still thinks last night. Mom was just comforting him. But although Kin Sheng dislikes him, he hasn't deliberately targeted him all these years. That old woman is different. It seems their plan has to be brought forward. I was originally thinking, of letting them live a good life for a while. At this moment, Kin Ming is carrying out the task assigned by the director. Riding a pig, watching Kin Wu clean the pigsty. Otherwise, there won't be anything to eat tonight. Kin Ling sees that Kin Wu is doing a careful job. He wandered around on a pig, with a dog's tail grass in his mouth. The other girls were all envious of him. They actually had a brother who didn't let him work. Judy squinted her eyes. This guy is really carefree. Sis, look at him, he doesn't need to work. Why do I have to work? I don't want to work either. Judy changed her face immediately. Piggy. Sister brought you here to experience life. Let you know how great our grassroots workers are. How hard they work. How about I do a little more and you do a little less? No, I don't want to. I don't even work at home. Why would I work here? Why should I work for you and not get half of the money? Why should I do the work? Judy glanced at the camera. She suppressed her anger. She coaxed softly. The viewers watching felt immense sympathy for Judy. She's stuck with such a selfish and irresponsible sister. On the other side, Jiang Ming, Minute Mai, and Qin Jiao were talking. She didn't want to deal with this fake granddaughter. Her face is full of hypocrisy. Her eyes are full of schemes. And she can still fool the eldest son around. Is her head filled with anger or scheming? She just tapped the armrest. And Qin Sheng immediately pushed the wheelchair into the living room. Qin Wen and Bai Jiro also followed. Just opened it. Jiang Mingmin found the noise bothersome. Where is Mingming? Let me see how Mingming is doing. Qin Sheng, find my granddaughter quickly. Several people searched for a while, but couldn't find her. Qin Jiao's eyes were strained from looking. Qin Wu is here. Where did Qin Ming run off to? Didn't I ask Judy to keep an eye on her? Why can't I find her? Minmin, look at your granddaughter riding a pig. She looks like a great general. Jiang Minmin raises her hand. She slaps her eldest son away. Get out of the way, you're blocking my view of Mingming. Qingwen covers her head. His face was gloomy. Ma Ning hasn't even met him yet. Why does she keep saying I've met him? Jiang Minmin only said these few words and stopped. But these few words made Qin Jiao a little nervous. When did that old woman meet him? Bai Jiruo muttered behind her. Qin Ming is just ill-mannered. He has no gratitude at all. He burned down the ancestral hall as soon as he returned. Yesterday, he ruined Jiao Jiao's birthday party. He even publicly flirted with the Shen family's heir. Shen Zhouxing is clearly interested in Jiao Jiao. Isn't he despicable? If you see him now, you're guaranteed to regret it. But your daughter-in-law has already made arrangements. After he finishes the show, send him to the Z family. Z Minute will definitely like him. Qin Jiao stood behind Jiang Minmin, smirking. How can he act up when he's in sight? Jiang Minmin heavily slapped the wheelchair armrest. Bai Jiruo, who do you think you are? Who gave you the audacity to decide my granddaughter's fate? Bai Jiruo really couldn't understand. Grandma, why do you have such a strong liking for this unseen affection? Jiang Mingming isn't in Delhi either. Bai Jiluo pointed to the sofa beside her. You all must watch carefully. And watch my granddaughter's program. But the current situation. I'm in no mood to continue with this stupid show. Tonight is my death. I should be doing something. Qin Ming looked at how scared he was. He really looked down on him. What are you doing? Hurry up. Otherwise, we won't have a feast tonight. Xingwu doesn't want to cry. So, you're not the one dying tonight. What are you afraid of with so little courage? With a bodyguard as powerful as me. What is there to be afraid of? I am the mainstay of our security company. Xingwu Alliance. He has a security company. That being the case, could he just hire him as his long-term bodyguard? Even 20 million a month is fine. Qin Ming looked around and, confirming there was no danger, switched to a pig flag again. No one's dumb enough to act in broad daylight. I was startled by this jumpy guy as well. I'm a little on edge. They won't act until after 12 tonight. Qin Wu breathed a sigh of relief. He made up his mind. Wherever Qin Ming goes today, he'll go. He can't leave his side. Meanwhile, the netizens in the live stream were utterly baffled. I've seen Mama's boys. First time seeing a brocon. If it wasn't for the Qin family announcing Qin Ming's identity the day before, they would all suspect that Qin Wu likes Qin Ming, right? But Qin Ming seems to hate this clingy brother, following him everywhere, even guarding the door when he goes to the toilet. Netizens were disappointed. The love gurus couldn't figure it out. When did their relationship become so good? At night when sleeping, Qin Wu slept on the floor in Qin Ming's room. If you try to kick him out, he'll make a scene. Sure enough, on the first day, in Qin Wu's room, a fugitive murderer snuck in. But he not only failed his mission, but was also caught by Qin Ming and sent to the police station. Qin Wu escaped death, and worshipped Qin Ming wholeheartedly. But when he heard Qin Ming's inner voice saying it's not over yet, he tremblingly clung to Qin Ming for another 6 days. So he ended up sending a criminal to the police station every day. In the end, Qin Wu emerged unscathed. Qin Ming won a Good Citizen Award and a 10,000 yuan cash prize. When he returned to the Qin family home, Shi Wu embraced his family and wept uncontrollably. It was terrifying. Those people really wanted him dead. Qin Ming was slightly injured after a week of bare-knuckle fighting. She is now recovering in the family hospital. Jiang Mingming is also, in the true sense, meeting this granddaughter for the first time. Why are you looking at me like that? I am your own grandma. She thought she had scared the child. So she took Qin Ming's hand and started talking to her proactively. That's my grandma. She's truly amazing. She's so strong. After being poisoned by Qin Jiao's mother for so long, she's still stubbornly alive. What a relief. Jiang Minmin breathed a sigh of relief. A few days ago, the old man said, when he found out how amazing his precious granddaughter was, he thought the old man was getting senile. He didn't expect it to be true. The ancestral grave of the Qin family is smoking. But such a good child had been wandering outside for more than 10 years. He couldn't help but feel very guilty. Good child, you've suffered so much all these years. Qin Ming shook his head. My grandpa said that the family allocates money to find me every year. But over the years, that biological son of yours hasn't spent a dime on me. I feel very wronged. I want to cry. Jiang Minmin quickly hugged him. Good child, don't worry. What your parents owe you, they will pay you back. Qin Ming feels so wronged. Grandma and Grandpa said it's been a week. My dad is going to Welsh. Qin Wen glared at Qin Ming. What are you saying? The money was indeed all used to find you. I have no money. You're supporting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Qin Sheng, after hearing that, gave him a hard slap. Return the money to Qin Ming. Qin Wen covered his face. Dad, how old I am, and you're still hitting me because of this fire. Don't you guys find it strange? Nothing was wrong with Lao Wu to begin with. Why does something happen when he's with her? Qin Wu also has some doubts. Could this be Qin Ling directing and acting herself? Qin Jiao smiled. Dad, don't say that about elder sister. Elder sister is injured. You idiot. They are just trying to stir things up by talking to you. They are just desperate for attention. I wonder if their brains were kicked by a donkey. Just listening to this CHA nonsense. The people in the ward suddenly had different expressions. Looking around. Let me remind you one last time. Prepare 51 million. That belongs to Qinling. It's compensation you should give as parents. It's not limited to cash. It could be real estate, cars, or shares. Jiang Minmin then added, interrupting Sheng. 10 properties. And 5% of the shares in the criminal group. 5 cars and $1 billion in savings will be divided like this. That's settled. Also, to celebrate Ningning's return, 50% of my estate goes to Ningning. The rest goes to the granddaughters of the second and third branches. The Qin family boys can wait to inherit the old man's estate. My estate has no share for boys. Do any of you have objections? Chushi and Nian Nian shook their heads at the same time. They had no objections. Qingjiao bit her lip tightly. She knew the old woman was too biased. I knew I should have let Mom use a larger dose. Just to kill him. Bai Jiruo wasn't happy after hearing this. Mom, what you're doing isn't fair at all. Jiang Minmin didn't even look back at him. Her eyes were still fixed on Qin Ming, complaining about unfairness. I think I'm being fair. I'm scolding you so harshly. Where do you put Jiao Jiao? She's my daughter. Why doesn't she get a share? Jiang Ming smirked. She's your daughter. She's not even Qin's granddaughter. What right does she have to my inheritance? About that poisoning and fall I suffered. I haven't settled the score with you yet. Bai Jiruo, you really think I'll just let this go, don't you? Qin Lin looked at her incredibly imposing grandmother and felt a little bit of admiration. She's quite impressive, both in demeanor and physique. Too many toxins are staying inside. Otherwise, you would have stood up and hit someone by now. Bai Jiruo is also angry. Mom, you have to have a conscience. You had a sudden stroke. Your other 2 daughters-in-law kept their distance. Only I was willing to serve you, cleaning up your poop and pee. If not meritorious, I at least worked hard. I knew I shouldn't have served you. I wouldn't be suspected of poisoning the city. Since you're wrongly accusing me, what's the point of me being alive? I might as well just die. Please, hurry and stop him. Mom, what are you doing? Are you trying to force me to die? Oh, how did this scumbag stand up? They are in this together. They are united against outsiders when it comes to money. Jiang Minmin is still very weak. If she could stand up, the first slap would be for this son. I forced him. He knows best what he did. Qin Ming stared straight at Jiang Minmin. You look worried, this is bad. My delicate and helpless cream is angry. When she's angry, the toxins will rise. The employee's heart needs respect. You should just retire. Watch me go on a rampage. After hearing about the new life, Jiang Minmin laughed, lingling. Grandma is really sorry to you. Look at our Qin family, seemingly happy on the surface. But in reality, it's all calculation. Qin Ming, very seriously, Grandma. Do you want to hear the truth? Tell me, Grandma, come here, and I'll tell you a secret. Jiang Minmin listens intently. These past few years, it hasn't really been harmonious on the surface. Your daughters-in-law have been fighting. Bai Jiro knew where I was a long time ago. But she thought I was useless. So she hid it. This time it's to exchange Qingjiao armor. That's why they took me back. To be honest, I never planned to talk about feelings with them. I don't really care about family affection either. I won't deliberately strive for it either. I'll just let things be. Right now, I just want some money to live a good life. So I'm not angry. But your residual resentment hasn't cleared yet. You mustn't get upset. Jiang Mingmin was deeply moved. If I hadn't had that accident, if I had known about my granddaughter earlier, maybe I could have enjoyed a few more days of family bliss. Mingmin, no. The Qin family owes you. I can only rest easy after I get back everything that belongs to you. Grandma, no. I'll get what I want myself. I don't want you to do it when you're ill. This makes me feel bad. But the old lady still doesn't accept Qin Ming's suggestion. The two argue endlessly. Finally, they hug and cry. Before transmigrating, I was an orphan. After transmigrating, my parents didn't love me. Finally, I got a grandma. But this scripted drama is about to end. Seeing the close relationship between the grandmother and grandson, Qin Jiao's eyes welled up with tears of sadness. Baiji comforted him, Jiao Jiao, you still have mommy. Qin Ming glanced at them and scoffed, so dramatic.